Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing Boros 80, which is a Boros control deck. A Boros because it is red and white cards. There's just one red in here. Everything else is white. And control. Look at this. Exorcise, Get Lost, Dead Judgment, Seal from Existence, Sunfall. Rides in. We are not going to let stuff stand. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, and remember, in the immortal words of His Holiness the Space Pope, the cow says, "Moo." Doctor, you can't suck it. Yes, thank you. Film before lights. Do you, audience? Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aetherhub with an 80% win rate. It's called Boros by the MTGA Assistant Meta, or Meta Assistant, whatever it's called. And because they don't put the name on the page I'm looking at right now. But anyways, 80% win rate. Boros control, that all sounds good. Urabrask Forge, I'm playing this deck. That's all there is to it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We're going to talk a little bit how it should work, and then we're going to go out and we're going to crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got today? What do we got? We've got, well, it's Boros control. What's the control? Exorcise gets rid of artifact, enchantment, or creature power 4 or greater. This gets rid of target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. This gets rid of any non-land permanent an opponent controls. Let's see what else. Exile target creature or vehicle. Even cheaper if it's tapped. And Sunfall. Exile all creatures, incubate X, creating pod bebes, right? Oh, and destroy all creatures +4. So as you can see, we are wiping the board. We are not letting opponent stuff stand. We got the ability to get rid of anything in one form or another. But what are we going to do otherwise? Well, we got Caretaker's Talent. It says whenever you create a token, you draw a card, only once per turn. And you can make copies of a token, and you give all your token creatures +2/+2. Okay, great. That's a lot right there unto itself. Where are we going to get the tokens from? Urabrask Forge puts out a token once per turn, which will draw you cards. You can make copies of them that'll last longer than the end of combat, and or into the turn. And also, you can give them all 2/2 straight out of the hopper there. And so that means that, they come out as a 3/3 straight up, and they just get bigger and bigger. That's fantastic. Archangel puts out a token creature with lifelink. You can turn it into an angel if you want to, or you can return all non-land permanents of mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, which would be Urabrask Forges and Caretaker Talents and Seal from Existence, provided those have been killed and are in your graveyard. People are playing with a lot of exile nowadays. Lastly, we've got Elspeth the Stormslayer. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, you create twice that many. So every time we create a token, such as Elspeth or Urabrask Forge, or making a copy with this one, if we got the Stormslayer out, we make 2 of those things instead. What else she does? She puts out a token creature. And you could put a Popo counter on each creature you control, and they all gain flying until the end of the turn. And you can use her to destroy a target of creature an opponent controls with mana value of 3 or greater. So we got it. We got something against the big boys. Between Exorcise and Elspeth, yeah, we can take them down. The last little thing we got in here is Fountainport, which we can sacrifice a token to draw a card, or we can put out a fish. Yeah, and there you go. That's it. So we got just create tokens, control the board, and just keep slamming in on them as hard as we possibly can. All right, so before we go and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Choldred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven for us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. All right, playing against Swimmons. It's a good old Scandinavian name for people that like to burn chickens. 1-2. I'm not sure I'm down with this. This is rough to play. We have practically no mana and a lot of really expensive stuff. I'm going to mulligan this. All right, there's our future. 2 3s. That's much better. It's kind of short-sighted. It's very much an aggro player thing. But I like it. I got 2 exercises. He's trying to ramp. Looks like we're playing against dragons, though. That's the exercise. Well, they creature power 4 greater. That'll do it. Get him! All right, now let's see what we got to do. We got 3 levels of removal and a Caretaker's Talent. And we got to get the Caretaker's Talent so we can pump up Urabrask Forge. Fine. He's going for it, isn't he? All right, let's make our copy. It's as though it knew exactly what I was trying to do. All right, so hopefully this guy's more into his own deck than destroying my deck. Let's eat that guy up. Let's take out Sharkan. All right, Sunfall is really good. We got to get to 5 mana, though. I just got to get 1 more. It's down to 12. Landfall, that is nuts. Did I get rid of my... Yeah, I did. Oh, I get rid of it that way. All right, that's cool. Might have to take some hits. It rides in, can take care of the dragon. When he attacks... All right, so Seal from Existence. We could take out little guys. We need a 5th one for Sunfall. Let's put that right there. But rides in is our Nyx cast. That is instant. There you go. You're loving it. Do it again. Let's use all the control that control can control. I like the fact that they're not bothering with Urabrask Forge, just leaving it alone. And it's just ticking away the game. He's down to 7. Go seal that from existence. No, let's control this little monkey town. And we win! In your face, Davy Jones! In your face! Rank up! Alright, playing against Eric 1. That is the hardest spelling of Eric. Do you really need to have 3 vowels, 2 in a row like that? Come on, man. Okay, we need a 3rd mana out of somewhere. Chances to, by the time we get to turn 3, we'll get another mana. Chances are... All right, come on, 3rd mana. Also, let's get up with your turn. Let's give it up, yo. Hubert, here's some Energon cubes. And we didn't get it. All right, and we did. Let's go and throw out an Urabrask Forge. Sweet, the guy didn't have anything to deal with it. Let's go. It's a 1-1, man. Just let it happen. There you go. Come on. All right, so technically I can play everything in my hand except for Sunfall. I'm entirely dependent upon Urabrask Forge at the moment, though. Alright, this will help me with some card draw. These are just 2s if we do something that's tapped. Oh. Home Slice, what are you doing? How dare you come after me? It's funny, he's up to 5. 5 mana. What is this gonna do? Harmonize. Quit it. Here we go. Draw me a card. Let it happen. I don't get to make a copy. I'm gonna do it anyway. Also, I want to have the ability to pump it up for the 4. Because getting Urabrask Forges out for 2 more is fantastic. Looks like we're gonna have to waste some stuff here. Okay, I'll keep the 2 open for the Get Lost. Let's move you over to there. But that's a lot of control. Now I have to discard like a sucker. Oh, I have to discard 2 cards. All right, there's 1. I don't know, let's just pop it. Oh, that's not going to help me out. Cancel. Be nice if I could put these onto Urabrask Forge. That'd be really great. All right, it's down to 5. Urabrask Forge is looking awesome. I could wipe the board next turn, no problem. And we win. And we win. Victory! All right, we're playing against SabaS, which pronounced backward would be SabaS. Keep. What I got here? 2, 3, 4, 5. All control. Well, I need some creatures here. Lands does not a deck make. What am I looking to do? Maybe a little 4 action? We'll see. I could do other stuff at instant speeds for cool. 3. This guy I know is a Wizardosaurus Rex. Yeah, I don't care. I'll just take a red. That'd be fine. Oh, I don't have red. Just white, huh? Well, that's a little rough, but I guess I didn't need that. All right. All right, pinned him down. We're at 4. We could Day of Judgment. We could get Sunfall out next turn if we wanted to. Problems with dragons is that they're just going to get big and they'll be big. And while I can wipe and wipe and wipe, still be coming at me. Okay, if I put this out, I can pump. The Day of Judgment, it's not going to happen. So let's just get it out and we'll let them put out more creatures. I think we're in a problem because I think as long as he can keep creatures coming nonstop, we're screwed. All right, so I know you can destroy a dragon. That's fine. Good. I can get both of them out. All right, 2 Urabrask Forges. That's nice. That means next turn I can put out Elspeth and come out, yo. With like 4 times as many. Alright, whenever get a treasure token, that's fine. You can try pumping. I got a Sunfall eventually, but I could take some damage. Say we could use Elspeth to take out the Decadent Dragon, that'd be fine. Yoink! You guys are slow. And 2 more. Good for you, man. All right, it's down to 12. All I got to be able to do is put stuff out. What are you doing here? Popo counter on each creature control. They gain flying until next turn. Is that it for our pal? That's disappointing. I really liked her. All right, what I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will draw me some cards. What are you gonna do with that? Nothing, man. I guess you could use it to kill. Super. Let's make a copy. All right, question is, yeah, if he does this, that's fine. That way he'll come off as a creature, and then I can Sunfall. Glorious times will be had by all. All right, what I got here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 4, which will leave me with 4, which is not enough to Sunfall. Let's just do the pump. I think I got the life to live. I get lost if things get a little bit dicey. These guys are going to be big. He's gonna have to chump. What are you going to do with a fish, man? Oh, you're drawing cards. All right, you probably can't live. And we win! And we win! Good job, Urabrask Forge. Victory! All right, playing against Teebs. All right, it doesn't really matter. We'll throw this guy out. We got Get Lost and Exorcise. Let's go draw us another card, as one does. I'm going to try to get the Elspeth out. Double up, draw some more cards, and attack for 1. All right, cool. We'll have, what, 6 out here in a second. Questions which we exercise. I think the answer is yes. Let's pumperoo. Oh, we got to do this like a sucker. All right, whatever. We'll double up this guy. Only leaves us a 3-mana, which is not enough. On each creature control, creatures going foiling. Let's just make more. All right, we left ourselves with enough and get lost. Losing our poor planeswalker. All right, let's see what we could do. Pump them all up. And in we go. No math? Yes, no math! We win! Excellent. We had quite the little army there. Victory! All right, playing against Lion Heart. 99.25. Tastes great with butter. Keep. All right, we need to pick up a third mana. There we go. Next turn, we get out Urabrask Forge. Now don't be a jive turkey and counter it. Nice. Ooh, he's going 3 colors. All right, draw another card. Another land would be great. Not getting the land we're looking for. All right, let's pop a guy out. I'll attack. Let's make a copy. As one does. You know, existence is pain to a forgeling like a meesinks. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. His little mind is boggled at the fact that he's still around past the attack phase. He's going for something. I don't particularly care for it, though. All right, I'm going to try. I mean, I know we'll keep it out. That's great. Let's just put out a soldier. Everybody's favorite little boy. And he's down to 6. Being vicious. Now, hopefully we can keep some guys alive. What is Dragon Assault doing? Board wiping like a suckerfish. All I gotta do is wipe the board. I don't care, whatever, man, as long as you don't have haste. And they're gone. There's 10. And we win! Suck it, Dragon Riders of Pern. Suck it. I open against youyattoru. Alright, go sit in the corner there, GoBot. Alright, you gotta block it. Do as you will. I can't kill that thing. It's not an artifact. Oh, it's an artifact wall. Alright. Should I just take out both of them? Probably not really worth it. Let's just pop this guy out. For an artifact heavy deck, this is really bad for him. I think Dave Dudger might be the way to go here. All right, so we're up to Sunfall level. Let's go ahead and make a copy. Making copies. Comes the Caretaker making copies. You're going to hate this, man. Hate it. You're going to counter her? Because you want to? All right, we're up to 6. And we win. And we win! In your face, Charlie Brown. All right, so here we are with Boros 80. I didn't get 80 out of this deal. It did very well nonetheless. What did I get? 67. So still, it was a good deck. It was very good numbers. And then I got some ranked in there. I'd have to do the math to figure it out. On play, I got 82%, 82. It did very well that way. I think it was playing control. On play shouldn't really matter that much. Yeah, what's funny is after I was playing this deck and realized how much I liked it, I went and found out like have I been playing it at all recently? Yeah, I called it aggro control. But the versions I was playing were different. This one had like the Storm Slayer in there from Tarkir. So yeah, this is a slightly different version of it. It wasn't one I've been meddling with, was one I had from the olden days. It's something somebody else put together. And I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. All right, so let's get down to it. Who is the MVP? Who's the most valuable player? In this situation, I'm going to say, Storm Slayer is so good just because of the duplication. I'm going to give it to Storm Slayer. Yep, you are the MVP of this particular deck. When you come out, everything gets so much better. The nice thing was that we had 4 Urabrask Forges in here, and I never really had a problem getting to an Urabrask Forge. It usually showed up pretty well. A lot of times you get 4 Urabrask Forges in a deck, and the shuffler will try to find some way of shoving it down to the bottom. All the times I played this today, this deck was doing just fine without it. We didn't have any card searching or anything. It all worked great. But yeah, Storm Slayer is fantastic because you're making twice the number of tokens whenever you create tokens. So you get Elspeth out, she can create 2 tokens herself. Archangel will create 2 tokens. The other one that's really incredibly good in this deck is Caretaker's Talent. Sweet googly. Maybe I got it wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to Caretaker's Talent. Caretaker's Talent works great with everything. Because, it'll every time you play a thing, you get card draw, you can make a copy of a token, and it gives your other tokens +2/+2, plus it only costs 3 to get out. Elspeth is expensive, and she's a huge, gigantic target, while Caretaker is an enchantment, which makes it less threatening and also a harder target to take care of. I'm going to give the MVP to Caretaker's Talent. You just barely edged out Elspeth just because she is a little fragile and expensive. So yeah, Caretaker's Talent, you're the MVP. I just hate the fact that your stupid, fluffy bunny face is just way too cute. All right, there you go. They're going to love you at Disneyland. They really will. All right, we're moving on to, was this deck competitive? Well, according to Untapped GG, it was an 80% deck. And I got 67 myself. It was still, it was a hot deck. One of the things is when you start playing this thing on video, you start recording, you start losing more often than not. It's kind of a curse. So I think this is a fantastic deck. I think it's competitive. I think you definitely can take this thing on the ladder and do very well with it. So yeah, I think, yes, it's a competitive deck. Number 2, was this deck fun? Yeah, it was. One thing I liked was the fact that there's a lot of things you could do for 3, and the stuff you're doing at 2 is a decent amount of control. So even though people might be coming at you, you were able to kind of keep them off your back because these Exorcise and Get Lost gave you the time. It seemed like we could work our way up to 3, no problem. So yeah, I was good. And everything after that just kind of came. We got a lot of good control early. Caretaker's Talent and Urabrask Forge is pretty much a winning condition unto themselves. Everything else is just gravy. All right, so yeah, it was a fun deck. It was good. For being control, for being Boros, which is not a control-y kind of combo deck usually doing something way more active. This deck was great. I liked it. All right, was this deck interesting? It's pretty heavy-handed when it comes to the control. Sunfall, I should say. Day of Judgment, Seal from Existence, Get Lost, Exorcise. I found Exorcise to be the most interesting of those cards just because it's relatively new. I mean, we've had it since Duskmourn yet. I haven't seen it around. And it exiles target artifact, enchantment, or creature of power 4 or greater. This seems to work great right now. What sucked was I had like 3 in my hand, and I was fighting against somebody who was doing like a Super Friends deck with tons of Planeswalkers, and I couldn't get rid of them with this. That was a problem. And Day of Judgment didn't take them out. Sunfall didn't take it out. Yeah, Planeswalkers were a big problem. You got Get Lost, and you got lots of little creatures with haste. So Planeswalkers shouldn't be that big of a deal, but and of course, Seal from Existence will take out anything, which is fantastic. You got the answers. It's not as abundant as you might like. So was it an interesting deck? I mean, Elspeth makes it an interesting version of a Boros control deck. So I got to say, it's going to get medium points for it. So I'm not going to give it high points. It's not going to be an A+ deck, but it's going to be up there. All right, so let's count that up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was this deck fun? Yeah. Was this deck interesting? Mildly so. I mean, I picked it for a reason. It looked interesting. So therefore, I'm going to give this a straight A. This is a straight A deck. And if you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much playing with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.